Rooney Drive. We welcome you to Heinz Field in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. They love the black and gold here in the Steel City. And a few moments ago, their Steelers emerged from the Heinz Field tunnel. They're set, we're set, as the Steelers are ready to do battle with Ben Roethlisberger and the Pittsburgh Steelers. On to get us started now, the kicker, Chris Boswell. And with towels waving, we're underway from Heinz Field. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
All right, now.
Tight end right. Hey, we got 3 down.
They go play action here on first down. Forced out to his left. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down.
And him running the football is not something that defenses spend a lot of time preparing for. But this guy has a survival instinct and a knack for knowing when exactly to do it.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
Tight, watch left. Tight, watch left.
Set, blue 30.
On second down, here's Roethlisberger. And he connects with Vance McDonald. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A good pickup there, a 22.
Let's go.
I do believe we'll see a little bit more of this as this game progresses, because when you can have that type of a gain in the middle of the defense, it hurts them in so many ways, because most teams like to be strong down the middle. And if you can sting them there, that opens things up for you on the outside as well.
That's what he, the big tight end, is so good, that middle third, the seam routes, the in routes. Yeah, you're right. Probably see more of that.
Yeah, it takes a lot of courage and fortitude to go in the middle as well, and he's got it.
Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
34.
first down. And a short gain down to about the 33. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. The Steelers, of course, had all the questions lingering with Le'Veon Bell. Tip of the cap to James Conner. He really has filled in nicely.
He prepared himself as if he were going to be the starter right from week 1, and I got to see him in preseason, and you saw a little bit of everything. His ability to run inside, also run to the perimeter, catch the ball out of the backfield, and how about his season opener against Cleveland? They didn't win the game, but he played awfully well, 135 yards rushing, and he helped close out a big win in Tampa Bay in week 3 on Monday night.
And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. Jonathan Bostic coming on the blitz. He gets him for a loss of 7. So the sack, and now a 3rd and long situation for the Steelers and Ben Roethlisberger.
Single receiver.
Set! Blue 30.
Here we go. Watch 7. Watch 7. Watch 7. Watch tight end.
From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. And that is incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps to have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th.
Set! Black 80!
They'll try and throw for it with Roethlisberger. And he finds McDonald. That pickup goes for 25. What a flip of the script from 4th down to 1st.
Brandon, unless my eyes deceive me, I think they found a matchup that they're trying to exploit here, don't you? I mean, it's the second time they've gone to him here on this drive.
Yeah, opening drive. It's a tone setter, right? I think they're going to be looking his way a lot.
Yeah, and I think that the way things are going right now, they like him as a featured receiver. Let's see the kind of adjustments the defense is going to make to try and take that away.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
Let's go, let's go, let's go.
2nd and 10. It's Roethlisberger once more. Eluding the pressure right. The ball comes out, so they will gain a bit of yardage on the play, actually, and they'll hold on to the football as well.
Now, I have to admit, partner, that I've often thought that I don't like this rule, where the offensive player fumbles the ball, it goes out of bounds, and they get to keep it.
That's just because you're a defensive guy. That's why you don't like it.
Yeah, you're right. It is a slanted view, isn't it?
But this is where, for the offensive team, the sideline is their friend. Usually it's not there for him.
Yeah, exactly right. I actually played for a guy in college. You know what he used to name the sideline? Sammy. Sammy sideline, and use him well.
They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
All right, here we go.
Hey, tight end's right. Watch tight end. Alert! Alert!
Set! Black 30!
51's the mic. 51's the mic. Tackles, tackles.
Back with Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin. It's Steeler football to begin quarter number 2, and they've got it here with a 1st down.
Double bump.
Three down. Hey.
Now Roethlisberger. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Javon Hargrave able to collapse the pocket and drop him for a loss of a yard. Back at the 5-yard line now, 2nd and goal.
Double tight. Hey, hey, hey. We got 3. We got 3. 3 down. 3 down. 51's the mic. 51's the mic.
From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. He's got his tight end. That's James. Touchdown, Steelers. Jesse James, a 5-yard touchdown. And the Steelers take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. Chris Boswell now for the extra point. Boswell good with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Here comes Ryan Switzer to return it. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line.
Let's go. Hey, let's get this.
Set. Black 30.
Off the play fake. Here's Roethlisberger. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. Call it a pickup of 7, and it'll be a 2nd down. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down.
You got 3 down.
They go play action with Roethlisberger. This one complete, right side to McDonald. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. First target, first catch, and a 1st down.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
Check the backer, check the backer.
Double.
On 1st down, it's Roethlisberger. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. Call it a gain of 3, and that'll make this a 2nd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
That 1st down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Throwing again, it's Roethlisberger. Dancing to his left. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. His first catch, good for 8 and a 1st down.
Guests are reminded.
2 minutes to play here in the 1st half. Back to Heinz Field after this. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive.
3 down. Check.
Kings.
Ben to throw again. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. But just taking a glance real quick at next week's games in the NFL. Chiefs at Browns, that's kind of intriguing. Obviously, the Browns are struggling, Charles, but Mayfield and Mahomes, that's going to be a fun quarterback battle.
It's going to be a blast, isn't it? Maybe they can recreate their day when they played against each other in college, when Mayfield had transferred from Texas Tech to Oklahoma. Mahomes is now the starting quarterback at Texas Tech. Mayfield throws for 545 and 7 touchdowns. And the better game was had by Mahomes. Now, Mahomes' team lost. But individually, 734 yards, 5 touchdowns, and ran for 85 yards more. It's unbelievable. I thought both of their arms would fall off at the end of that game.
Those are some Big 12 stats right there. Now, you've got the stat sheet from that game in front of you. How many times did Mahomes throw it?
He threw it 88 times.
That's unbelievable.
88. I think that game ended probably 2 days later after kickoff. I mean, it's unreal how long it took.
Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete. And Mike Tomlin going to roll up the sleeves here and say, let's go for it on 4th.
Tight end right.
Double.
They go play action now. Roethlisberger. Well, CD, while we have a second, we need to give a congratulations to Adam Vinatieri. Earlier in the year set the all-time mark for field goals, but now he's the league's all-time leading scorer. He passed Hall of Famer Morton Anderson.
How about that? And that was a record that Adam Vinatieri himself said, I didn't expect anyone to ever approach that record, let alone myself. And going into the game in Oakland, a lot of family and friends wanted to buy airline tickets, get out there and be there to celebrate.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout, as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is second and long.
Strong right. Strong right.
Set.
Here's Roethlisberger. Steps away to his left. And the pressure gets to him again. Bud Dupree in there to drop him, and sacks on first and second downs are going to lead to a third and long. So the sack, and now a third and long situation for the Steelers and Ben Roethlisberger.
Set. Blue 30.
Flushed out right. On the run, he'll let it go deep, right sideline. So they took a shot there on third down, couldn't get it. Now it's fourth.
He's an absolute oak tree in the pocket because he is so hard to get on the ground. Not as elusive as he used to be, but still, trying to get him down, tough for any defender. In that case, he's able to move just enough. Incomplete pass downfield.
On fourth down, here comes the Steeler punter Jordan Berry to kick it away. Pittsburgh's offense taking the field again, and it's a three-game win streak right now for the Steelers. So after the rough start, Charles, they're 4-2-1, and Ben Roethlisberger passed Fran Tarkenton for 8th on the all-time passing list in touchdowns.
343, and when you're passing Fran Tarkenton, you know you're having a heck of a career. He found Antonio Brown twice, so their connection back and established. And how about running back James Conner? Le'Veon Bell still not on the team, but James Conner, 146 yards on the ground, 2 touchdowns. He's playing at an elite level.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down. Well, Charles, hard to believe we're already at the halfway point of the season, less than 100 days now until Super Bowl 53. Right now, Chiefs-Rams, they appear to be so good, but give me one other contender in each conference that could press them.
Well, let's start in the AFC. If you're going to give me a strong contender or have me pick a strong contender, you never take New England out of it. And don't forget, New England has the victory over Kansas City, albeit at home in New England. But still, Tom Brady and the Patriots, never count them out. If you want to pick a dark horse team out of the AFC, how about the Los Angeles Chargers? Philip Rivers and crew throwing it around. They'll get Joey Bosa back a little bit later in the season to help provide better pass rush. If that happens, they can compete with anyone. If I flip it up to the NFC side, New Orleans right now looks a very strong contender, playing very well on defense, and Drew Brees is flinging it like crazy, and Alvin Kamara is running it and catching it. But how about this for a dark horse? The Seattle Seahawks. They're back to playing Seahawks football, running the heck out of it on offense. Russell Wilson now guiding your football team, and a young, hungry team wanting to establish their own bona fides.
And on a little 2-game winning streak now at 4-3. Now Roethlisberger. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left. So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6.
Set. Blue 30.
To throw again is Roethlisberger. But it's brought in by Washington. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. This officially a 55-yard attempt. That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short, no good, and this score will stay right where it is. And that's the risk of the long field goal miss here at this stage of the second quarter. You give up great field position.
And that gives them one more opportunity to make something happen and something big. And we've seen crazy stuff happen at the end of halves.
So good field position for the Steelers as they come up first and 10.
Tight ends on the Ringo. Tight ends on the Ringo.
Jack 16.
We got three, fellas. We got three. I got you, 45. Jam.
It's Connor as they stay on the ground. And this will go as a short gain on what will be the final act of this first half. So we reach halftime here in the Steel City with the Steelers on top. As we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. Switzer now to return. And they'll have good starting field position as he's up just shy of the 40. The Steeler offense now with a football first here to begin the third quarter. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there, just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. Rush coming, and he's taken down. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept this, you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been under pressure again, and down he goes again. Bud Dupree in there to get him, and this pass rush strong now. That's sacks on back-to-back plays. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this third and long play as we'll get a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. And he'll find Washington. That's complete. The 20, 10, and into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. James Washington, 73 yards. And the Steelers are an extra point away from tying this thing up. And oh, he clanks it off the right upright, and it's no good. Boswell on now to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Time for the Steelers offense now to get set for their first possession of half number 2. Big Ben and the Steelers with a first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Three down.
They start with a give to Connor. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
4 down, check, 4 down.
On second down, Roethlisberger. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Morgan Burnett. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back.
The veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball, and I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
Mike 51, Mike 51.
After the interception, here's Roethlisberger. They'll roll him out right. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Jesse James from 19 yards away. And the Steelers capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6.
Touchdown.
Now Mike Tomlin says, let's go ahead and go for 2.
Bow. Set. Blue 30.
Now it's Roethlisberger. And it'll be intercepted. Good positioning, and it's picked off.
Well, as most teams do in their two-point attempt, they pass the ball. Instead, it gets intercepted. And remember, if you pick it off, you get a chance to take it all the way back, get 2 points yourself, right?
Yeah, not the case there, but that's why you got to be really careful with those throws, especially to the outside. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. Pittsburgh's offense now heading back out onto the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Some fancy footwork, but not much room to operate. Just up past the 25 and no further. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26.
Tight right.
They stay on the ground. Here's Connor again. And they're able to get this one across the 35. The Steeler first down on the pickup of 11 yards.
It looks way too easy right now. 2 carries, 2 straight first down runs. The eyes are carrying the legs to the proper hole, but they're being created by an offensive line that has the leverage game going for them right now. Lower than the defensive front, creating space, and he's finding it in a big way. Gotta love what they're doing on offense right now.
Slam.
Good job, guys.
Let's go, hey. Go Mike 34, Mike 34.
They'll run it now. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success.
Set. Like 80.
Mike 51. They can't hang with us.
Right back to him on first down. Joe Hayden there to bring him down. Off the corner. Where'd he come from? Well, I guess he came off the corner, but really nice play.
I like when you're able to pose a question and answer it at the same time. That's exactly where he came from, but it's not something that you normally see. Most of the time, we're thinking about those guys covering pass catchers. In this case, he was a big factor in the run game. No gain.
Now they'll throw it with Roethlisberger. Going top shelf, and he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Morgan Burnett. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. Play action. It's Roethlisberger. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. T.J. Watt in from his linebacker spot. He's able to drop it for a loss of about 10. The job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Now Roethlisberger to throw. And they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll lose yardage and be down at the 7-yard line. He'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down. So negative yardage, a loss of 3 on second down, and that leads to a tough third down call. Back now in Pittsburgh. It's Steeler football, and they have the lead as well as we begin quarter number 4. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. Here's Roethlisberger. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And they'll hit him for a loss as he's back to his 2-yard line. They went backwards 5 yards there on. Here's Jordan Berry now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. So a short drop, but he's able to get it out, and this is a good kick. Taking it about the 36. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And the Steeler offense, they're set up nicely as they take over. The Steelers offense now, they head back onto the field. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. A very solid gain of 27.
Blue 30!
Watch 98. Watch 98. 98's the mic.
Roethlisberger will hand the counter. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. And this defense continues to give them fits. They just can't get really anything going on the ground, can they?
I love the theme that you just brought up. This defense has been tough all game long against the run. We just saw another example of it there.
Ready? White 80!
Mike 51. Mike 51.
Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? So step off the 5 yards.
Yeah, partner, you know, defensive end, he wants to get into the offensive backfield. He wants that get off to be as fast as possible. A little too quick on that one.
3 down, 3 down. Hey,
Set! Blue 30!
Now Roethlisberger to throw on second down. Got his man. It's caught for a Steelers touchdown. Vance McDonald from 13 yards out. And the Steelers have taken the lead here in the fourth quarter.
All right, let's go get it now.
All right, now a big 2-point conversion attempt still to come.
Hey. We got 3. We got 3.
Here's Roethlisberger to throw. Under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sack back around the 8. Boswell on now to kick this one away. Switzer now to return. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. The Steelers offense now, they head back onto the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
And he'll be brought down right around the 37. A gain of 6 there on first. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means they have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
On second down, here's Roethlisberger. This will be caught by Brown. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down. I think their fans are saying, hey, where's that Roethlisberger to Brown connection been in this one?
first time they get together is in the second half. I don't think any of us would have predicted that going in because we know how valuable that is to their offense, and that could be a big reason why they're not winning right now.
Watch 81, watch 81.
Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. This is 3rd and 2, maybe the biggest play in this football game. He'll look to throw. To the right side and complete to Washington. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down.
Hey, we got 3 down, 3 down.
Back to throw. Over the middle, hauled in by Smith-Schuster. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. Now the Steelers use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over. Roethlisberger now a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10.
3 down, 3 down.
They'll look to throw. Over the middle here to Brown. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. So 5 plays on this drive, Charles. All passes, all completions. And just like that, they're in the red zone.
And don't you think the playbook opens up a little bit more now? Because all they've done is throw the football. If you want to run it now, you may very well have them fooled.
We got 3, fellas, we got 3.
Back to throw. He'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. So that throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. Gosh, given the time in the short game, would he have been better off just dropping that?
Yeah, when you look at the clock, you think so. But it's hard to get a receiver to drop a football. They're trained to catch everything.
Four yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
Watch 89.
He's back to throw. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and now they've got it 1st and goal.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
And the question now, how do they want to work the clock here on 1st and goal? A field goal would give them the late lead. Here's Roethlisberger. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
Get your backs to the goal line. I can hear my high school coach right now. This is when force meets force. Got to be physical in order to win this battle.
Yeah, that's where the physicality pays off. A nice job forcing the contact and forcing the incompletion.
Yeah, Coach Ford would have loved that play.
And Boswell's kick is good. And the sideline celebrates as they have taken the lead in the final minute. All right, so time to reset here. It's a huge kick there, gives them the lead, but they've got to be careful that their celebrations aren't a little too premature.
You're exactly right about that, because there still is time for the other. This defense is going to need to come up with one final stop if they're going to get out of here with a victory.
The Steelers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. They only need a field goal. Obviously, the clock a huge factor. They'll be watching that. What do they need to do here, Charles?
Your sequence of plays has to get you out of bounds. Completions, get out of bounds, gain some yardage. Then when the clock hits 7 seconds.
And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now the Steelers hustling up to the line of scrimmage.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
All day, baby, let's go. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about, defense.
The Steelers on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be a tough 3rd and 18.
3 down, 3 down.
Snickers, you got to spin.
Watch 98, 98 to Mike.
Now it's Roethlisberger, escaping the pressure right.
It's going to be a long day.
Incomplete, and we're down to 8 seconds now.
It's never a bad idea to try and get it to Antonio Brown, but there must be a little bit of the Madden curse going on for a cover athlete here. Hasn't been able to get that elite separation that we're used to seeing from him.
1 score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off at the 24. Well, we were on hand for a fun and entertaining game here, coming down really to that last play. Great job defensively to get the pick and seal it.
And we know that every play during a game matters. You're never sure which one's going to be one of the key ones. But at the end of the game, when you analyze it, 3, 4,